think, if anything, we'll take from this past weekend and bring to this next weekend? Just what have we learned?
We learned a lot. I just told the guys, all the offensive guys, that the things that they thought about the pitcher's performance week one were the same things the pitchers are sitting there looking at the hitters about week two. All the things we worked on in practice, they went away from, took a different approach. We weren't very composed and didn't learn things from pitch to pitch in a game. And so it was not a good offensive weekend, and we need to make the same strides offensively from week two to week three that we made pitching-wise from week one to week two.
I guess where specifically does the offense need to improve? I know it's...
Well, we've got to make consistent contact. We continually pulled off pitches all weekend, and we just weren't fundamentally sound. And again, that goes back to just a simple hitting approach and something we work on every day. But the players have to take that from practice to the field.
And then pitching-wise, where, if anywhere, can we improve? I know we made strides this past weekend, but where do we need to keep getting better?
I thought we were much better on the weekend, threw a lot more quality pitches. We have to do a better job when we get into a jam or make an error of overcoming that. We've made some mistakes in certain areas defensively and haven't overcome those situations. Part of being a good pitching staff or a good team is picking up your teammate. I said to Coach Dickinson a little while ago, the pitchers have to pick up a defender when they make an error, just like if the pitcher gives up a home run, he expects a defender to get a hit and get a run for him. So, it's a two-way street. Everybody has to do their jobs. You have to pick each other up, and there's some times when things don't go well, but you have to find a way to overcome and win games.
Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the two teams we'll be facing this weekend? What do you think of Florida and Florida State, if you know anything? Or not Florida State, Florida Gulf Coast.
I haven't looked that deeply into their stats or anything yet. Two very good programs. Knew when we scheduled them it would be a dogfight, but I think those are teams that we ought to be able to compete with and win games against. So I'm looking forward to the weekend.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, you were an assistant coach in '99 the last time we played Florida?
I was.
Right.
It was 1998.
Okay.
And it was a regional, and that's the year we were, 2 outs away from Omaha, and former big leaguer Brad Wilkerson doubled in the gap, and we lost the game. So I was down there as an assistant at that time.
Is that going to be in your mind this weekend, maybe a little bit?
No, that was the last time I was there, and that was a major disappointment, but it was also one of the funnest teams I've been around. Great players. They really performed well down there, and we could have easily, won that game. Just it was a dogfight, and we came up short.
All right.
How have you felt that the batters and the hitters, once they get on base, once they're actually connecting, how have you felt that they've been doing as far as maybe stealing an extra base or two?
Well, I think we've done a pretty good job. Everybody we have on the team is not capable of stealing. But the guys that are capable have gone on. They've been active. I think we've done a good job. A few times we've had opportunities to go first to third on some balls hitting the outfield. I think we've been aggressive there. So, to this point, when we've been on base, we've done a good job. We just need to be on base more often.
Is there a certain mentality you give your players once they're on base, and do you have certain ones that you expect to almost go for that? I know Crew takes quite a few.
Well, we have a green light policy, basically. So everybody has a green light to steal unless we close them down. So, a lot of teams will go out and you're not going until you get a steal sign. We're just the opposite. You're going until you get a stop sign. So we want guys going expecting to run.
You guys lost 5 position players, and I know Kieran was telling me that last year was his first time ever playing first base, and now he's got a new leadership role this year. How's he handled that in a coaching perspective?
You know what? He's done a good job. Dave's a good person. He works very hard and really cares about what's going on. Hopefully, as the season goes on, he continues to get more and more vocal and will continue to step up and be a positive influence. I know he'll always be a positive influence. He's a good player and again a good person. Part of leadership has to be learned, and he's done a good job to this point, and hopefully continues to grow in that area.